God says, "Chosen when you are in danger." This plan of God is going to save you. My beloved child, freeze right where you are and do not scroll past this message, for the alarms of heaven are ringing specifically for you. And to skip this video now is to walk blindly into a trap set by the enemy just as the safe house comes into view. You are here because you are a chosen one. And with that title comes a target on your back that you cannot see. God is screaming that the sudden confusion, the weird fatigue, and the unexpected arguments you faced in the last 24 hours were not random bad luck. They were a coordinated spiritual ambush. The dark forces know that you are mere hours away from the biggest breakthrough of your life, and they have launched a silent attack to distract you. If you disconnect before this message concludes, you risk falling into the pit they dug for you. But if you stay, you will receive the divine blueprint, a specific plan God has designed to airlift you out of this danger zone instantly. The reason this danger is so critical is that it is disguised as normal life. The angels are revealing that the enemy isn't using monsters, he is using distraction. God is showing that there is a specific false opportunity or a toxic person disguised as a helper approaching you today. The shock comes from the realization that this person knows exactly what you want to hear. They are the bait. If you skip this video, you might bite the hook, signing a contract or agreeing to a meeting that will drain your energy for the next 10 years. But if you stay, God will give you the spirit of discernment. You must understand that this attack is proof of your value. Thieves don't break into empty houses. You are under siege solely because your spiritual vault is full and the enemy wants the key. Something huge is waiting for you in the revelation of the first step of God's rescue plan. A specific secret code hidden in plain sight that you must find in your house tonight. God wants you to know that this plan is not just about safety. It is about promotion. The danger is actually the gateway to your destiny, but only if you have the map. Do not disconnect, for the next part reveals exactly what this secret code is and the specific room in your home where the answer lies. Hold on, for the rescue mission has begun. My vigilant guardian, go directly to the most private room in your home, your bedroom, and cast your eyes into the dark corners. For we are uncovering the secret code mentioned in the first warning. And to scroll away now is to sleep another night with the enemy hiding under your pillow. You are here because the danger tracking you is being broadcast from a specific object hidden in this room. The angels are revealing that this object is a Trojan horse, a gift, a letter, or an old shirt given to you by a person who is no longer in your life. God is screaming that by keeping this item, you are unknowingly keeping a spiritual portal open to their negative energy. If you skip this video, you allow this invisible signal to continue draining your sleep and your dreams. But if you stay, you will realize that the code is simply the history attached to that object. You must find it. The moment you identify this item, the atmosphere in your room will shift from heavy to light, proving that you have found the source of the leak. The reason this removal is the first step of the rescue plan is that you cannot be promoted while you are anchored to the past. God is showing that this object is acting as a blocker to your prayers. To physically break this attachment and declare to the spiritual realm that your home is a no-fly zone for the enemy, I ask you to subscribe to the channel and share this video with a family member immediately. By doing this, you are not just clicking a button, you are erecting a digital firewall. The angels are watching. This act of sharing is your public declaration that you are cutting the cord. Leave a comment below saying, "I am disconnected," to stamp this decree with your own voice. Do not hesitate for the moment you subscribe. You are signing the eviction notice for every spirit that does not belong in your home. Something huge is waiting for you in the immediate aftermath of this cleansing. A specific sound you will hear outside your window tonight that confirms the portal is closed. God wants you to know that the silence you crave is about to be interrupted by a specific bird call or siren that signals the enemy is fleeing the premises. Do not disconnect, for the next part reveals exactly what this sound means and the specific 3 words you must whisper when you hear it to seal your protection forever. Hold on, for the perimeter is being secured. My protected soul, press your ear against the silence of your room and listen closely, for we are decoding the signal of retreat that just echoed in the spiritual realm. And to scroll away now is to leave your front door wide open, just as the thief is circling the block. You are here because the specific sound you heard or will hear in the next few minutes, whether it was a sudden siren wailing in the distance or a strange bird calling at night, was not noise. It was the sound of void. The angels are revealing that this sound signifies that the toxic entity attached to the object you identified in Part 2 has officially detached. Michael is screaming that the enemy has fled, leaving a spiritual vacuum in your home. If you disconnect before this message concludes, this empty space will act as a black hole sucking in new chaos to fill the void. But if you stay, you will learn the sealing prayer. You must speak into this silence immediately. God is saying that the enemy is waiting for you to remain quiet so he can return. But your voice is the only lock that fits this door. The reason this specific moment is the turning point of your safety is that your voice carries the frequency of authority. God is revealing that the specific 3 words you must whisper into the air right now are not my battle. The shock comes from the realization that for years you have been exhausted because you were fighting demons that were never assigned to you. You inherited them from that toxic connection. You must lay down your sword. Now God is saying that the moment you whisper, "Not my battle," you are physically handing the weight of this war over to Archangel Michael. You will feel an immediate physical drop in your shoulders, proving that the spiritual heavy lifting has been transferred from your human back to divine wings. Something huge is waiting for you in the immediate aftermath of this declaration. A specific number sequence that will flash on your phone screen within the next hour. God wants you to know that the moment you release the battle, your phone will light up with 111 or 444. Do not ignore it. This is the victory timestamp. It is the universe sending you a digital receipt that your request for safety has been processed and approved. Do not disconnect, for the next part reveals the specific action you must take with your phone when you see these numbers to download the financial blessing that was being blocked by the enemy. Hold on, for the rewards of the war are about to be distributed. My prosperous steward, stare directly at the glowing numbers on your screen and do not blink, for we are activating the financial valve that the enemy has been sitting on for years. And to scroll away now is to tear up the winning lottery ticket just as the numbers are being read. You are here because the sequence 111 or 444 you just saw or will see immediately after this video is not a clock. It is a safe deposit box unlocking. The angels are revealing that the moment these numbers appear, the spiritual grid is aligned for a massive transfer. Michael is screaming that you must specific perform the touch of faith. Physically tap the timestamp on your phone with your index finger the moment you see it. If you disconnect before this message concludes, you treat this portal as a coincidence, and the funds remain stuck in the ether. But if you stay, you ground the circuit. God is saying that this simple touch is the biometric scan that proves you are present to receive what was stolen from you. The reason this specific action is non-negotiable is that your financial blockage was never about math. It was about spiritual theft. God is showing that the enemy targeted your finances specifically to keep you too stressed to fulfill your purpose. To physically claim this restitution and declare to the universe that you are ready to manage kingdom wealth. I ask you to subscribe to the channel and like this video right now. By doing this, you are sending a proof of life signal to the heavens. The angels are watching. This subscription is your digital basket extended to catch the blessing. Leave a comment below saying, "I am open to receive," to override the poverty mindset that has tried to claim your lineage. Do not hesitate, for the moment you click that button, the chains of debt begin to rust and break. Something huge is waiting for you in the shadow of this financial release. A specific knock at the door or a message request from the past. God wants you to know that the moment your light gets brighter, the shadows get desperate. Archangel Michael is warning that within 48 hours, a person who betrayed you years ago, a Judas, will try to re-enter your life, pretending they have changed. Do not disconnect, for the next part reveals the specific false apology they will use and the secret sign to know they are lying. Hold on, for the wolf is putting on sheep's clothing. My wise discerner, stand your ground and do not unlock the gate. For we have identified the Judas returning to your life. And to scroll away now is to let the very person who broke you back in to finish the job. You are here because the sudden text, friend request, or accidental call you are about to receive is not fate. It is a spiritual test. The angels are revealing that this person, an ex, a toxic friend, or an arranged relative, has sensed the shift in your energy. They are not coming back because they miss you. They are coming back because they are hungry, and you are the only source of light they know how to feed on. Michael is screaming that you must not be fooled by their timing. If you disconnect before this message concludes, you might mistake their curiosity for care. But if you stay, you will see the knife hidden behind the flowers. You have outgrown them, and their return is the universe asking, "Do you remember your worth?" The reason this trap is so deadly is that it targets your empathy. God is revealing that the specific false apology they will use is vague and designed to dodge accountability. They will say, "I hate how we left things," or "I just want closure." The shock comes from the realization that these sentences are traps. They focus on their discomfort, not your pain. God is showing that a true repentant heart says, "I was wrong," while a manipulator says, "I'm sorry you felt that way." You must spot this difference immediately. God is saying that if you engage with this message, you are reopening a portal to the past that took you years to close. You must delete the message without replying. Your silence is the loudest answer you can give, and it is the only one they will respect. Something huge is waiting for you in the physical sensation that follows your refusal to engage. A sudden sharp release in the pit of your stomach. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the nausea or anxiety you feel when thinking of them is your gut instinct screaming danger. The moment you delete that text, that knot will untie, replaced by a surge of adrenaline. Do not disconnect, for the final next part reveals the absolute final seal. A specific white light visualization you must perform before you sleep tonight to become invisible to their tracking forever. Hold on, for the final layer of protection is about to be applied.